Monday, April 20th, 2026, AGNDD Intelli Report topic. Black mass shooter kills 8 children. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this partially AI-generated article-based video. Shreveport looks for answers about gunman who killed 8 children. Mackenzie Boucher, Nandea Yancey Bragg, Christopher Cann, Natalie Nasa Alland, Amanda Lee Myers, USA Today, updated April 20th, 2026, 7:43 p.m. ET. This is Shamar Elkins, the man police say is responsible for shooting and killing 7 of his own children, plus an 8th child in Cedar Grove yesterday morning. He also shot and seriously injured 2 women before being shot and killed himself in Bossier City. Shreveport, Louisiana. Authorities are trying to piece together why a gunman opened fire on Sunday and killed 8 children in the nation's deadliest mass shooting since January 2024. The shooting left the historic riverfront city shaken and looking for explanations. "I just don't know what to say. My heart is just taken aback," Shreveport Police Chief Wayne Smith said, adding that the attack is unlike anything he's ever seen in his more than 4 decades in law enforcement. Police said the suspect, identified as Shamar Elkins, also shot the mother of his children and another woman, both of whom survived with serious injuries. Elkins then fled the scene on foot and stole a car at gunpoint, leading to a police chase that ended with Elkins being pronounced dead, according to police. But the motive for the killings and what set the tragedy in motion is still unknown. The children were ages 3 to 11, according to the Caddo Parish Coroner's Office. The victims fatally shot were Jayla Elkins, 3, Shayla Elkins, 5, Kayla Pugh, 6, Layla Pugh, 7, Marcaden Pugh, 10, Soraya Snow, 11, Kadarian Snow, 6, and Braylon Snow, 5, the coroner's office said. Funeral costs covered for 8 children killed. April 20th, 7:15 p.m. Amanda Lee Myers. As the families of 8 children massacred in Shreveport, Louisiana, mourn their loss, one thing they won't have to contend with is the expense of laying them to rest. The Love One Louisiana Foundation is covering all funeral costs, Governor Jeff Landry announced during a news conference on Monday. The organization was created by Louisiana First Lady Sharon Landry. "No amount of money or act of charity can repair the pain," the governor said. "What we can lean on is that this act of charity can stand as a beacon of faith and belief that good things still happen in this world." 6:26 p.m. Louisiana governor mourns loss of 8 children. Amanda Lee Myers. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry is among those mourning the tragic loss of 8 children in a domestic violence shooting in his state. "This city is now guarded by 8 new angels," Landry said during a Monday news conference. "I thought that I had seen evil up close as we dealt with last year's Bourbon Street attack," he said, referring to a terror attack that killed 14 people on Jan. 1, 2025. "The tragedy that unfolded this weekend seems to have eclipsed that. And it's a tragedy that leaves, I know, way more questions than answers. But the one thing that's constant is the grief that remains." Timeline: how the Shreveport shooting unfolded. 5:22 p.m. Christopher Cann. What officials described as one of the most horrific attacks in the history of Shreveport largely unfolded over the course of an hour. Before dawn on April 19th, a National Guard veteran went to 2 houses within a short walk of each other, killing 8 children, 7 of his own, and gravely wounding 2 women. The victims who were fatally shot ranged in age from 3 to 11, authorities said. Here's how the shooting unfolded minute by minute. How the Shreveport mass shooting that left 8 children dead unfolded. Shreveport's police chief said the attack was the most challenging incident the department has ever faced, involving at least 5 crime scenes. Christopher Cann and Nandea Yancey Bragg, USA Today, updated April 20th, 2026, 4:56 p.m. ET. AI overview: Shreveport mass shooting. How the attack that killed 8 children unfolded. AI generated by USA Today. On the morning of April 19, 2026, A National Guard veteran opened fire at 2 nearby homes in Shreveport, Louisiana, killing 8 children and wounding 2 women before fleeing in a stolen vehicle. Police pursued him to Bossier City, exchanged gunfire, and he was pronounced dead, while investigators continued to examine the weapon and motives behind the domestic-type attack. Key points. The shooter, 31-year-old Shamar Elkins, killed 8 children aged 3 to 11, 7 of whom were his own, and seriously injured 2 women. The attacks occurred at 2 houses in the Cedar Grove community within minutes of each other, beginning at about 5:55 a.m. After the shootings, Elkins carjacked a red Kia Sportage and fled onto Interstate 49, leading police to Bossier City where a gunfight took place. Elkins was pronounced dead at the scene in Bossier City at approximately 7:03 a.m., but authorities have not confirmed whether he was shot by police or died by suicide. Police recovered an assault-style pistol as the weapon used, and the ATF is investigating how Elkins obtained it. End of AI overview. What officials described as one of the most horrific attacks in the history of Shreveport, Louisiana, largely unfolded over the course of an hour. Before dawn on April 19th, a National Guard veteran went to 2 houses within a short walk of each other, killing 8 children, 7 of his own, and gravely wounding 2 women, including the mother of his children. The victims who were fatally shot ranged in age from 3 to 11, authorities said. As gunfire rang out at the first house, a woman and her child fled to the roof, where the mother called 911 to report the shooting, according to Shreveport Police Chief Wayne Smith. The 2 jumped from the roof to escape, and the child was injured in the fall, police said. After the shootings, the gunman, identified as 31-year-old Shamar Elkins, stole a car at gunpoint and fled onto a nearby interstate, officials said. Police pursued him into Bossier City, where they exchanged gunfire. Elkins was pronounced dead at the scene, but it remains unclear whether he was shot by police or died by suicide. This, by far, was probably the most challenging incidents that the Shreveport Police Department has ever faced, Smith said at an April 20th news conference. Within the immediate short period after the first call came into SPD, our resources were deployed, and at the same time we were working 5 different crime scenes. Here's how the shooting unfolded minute by minute, according to Smith. Timeline of the Shreveport mass shooting. 5:55 a.m. Shreveport police officers received the first call reporting a shooting at a residence in the Cedar Grove community of Shreveport. The caller said she was on top of a house and that a gunman was inside the home. 5:58 a.m. The same caller identified the suspect as Shamar Elkins and said they are relatives. The caller said 9 people lived in the home and that she and her child fled from the roof to the backyard. Elkins shot everyone inside the home, the caller told police. 6:01 a.m. officers arrived on the scene and made contact with the 911 caller. 6:07 a.m. Police received a call reporting a shooting at a second house, located a block away. The caller said her boyfriend had shot her, taken her 3 children, and fled the scene, according to the police chief. The victim identified the suspect as Elkins. 6:15 a.m. Officers received reports that the suspect had carjacked a red Kia Sportage near the shootings. 6:17 a.m. Shreveport police traffic units on regular patrol encountered the stolen vehicle traveling south on Interstate 49. 8 children killed, 2 women injured in Sunday morning shooting, map. 6:20 a.m. Officers received information that the children taken from the second house may be inside the vehicle. 6:25 a.m. Officers located the injured victims from the second house. 6:29 a.m. Officers exchanged gunfire with Elkins on a residential street in Bossier City, northeast of Shreveport. 6:40 a.m. Police found that the suspect's vehicle was empty and no children were located inside. 6:43 a.m. Officers cleared the first house where the children had been shot. 7:03 a.m. Elkins was pronounced dead at the scene in Bossier City. Smith said several key details are still under investigation, including how Elkins obtained the firearm and what exactly drove him to carry out the rampage. Louisiana State Police are also part of the investigation, including determining whether Elkins died by suicide or was killed by authorities. At the same time, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives is set to probe how Elkins obtained the gun used in the shooting. The weapon appeared to be an assault pistol, Smith said. What caliber, I'm not completely sure, but it was an assault-style weapon, Smith said. The police department said in a statement that the incident is believed to be domestic in nature and that Elkins is the sole suspect. Shreveport City Council member Tabitha Taylor confirmed that Elkins was the father of 7 of the children and that 3 mothers lost children in the shooting. Smith said police believe Elkins had a relationship with both women who were injured and said he doesn't know exactly which children belonged to which mother at this time. Both of the women who were shot are still in the hospital, Smith said, though one was shot multiple times and is in more critical condition than the other. Smith said there will be a lot more interaction between them and the police once they have recovered. Christopher Cann is a national breaking news reporter for USA Today. Contact him via email at ccan@usatoday.com.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD and Tele report, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers!